presents the state of Maritime Wrestling.
Hello, and welcome to episode 13 of the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast with your host, the Maritime Wrestling Superfan himself, Connor Cook. I am here to keep you all caught up on the indie wrestling scene here in the Maritimes. And since there's a lot of wrestling shows going on last week, it was just crazy. And I was at two of the shows. On Friday, I was at the North Pro Canadian Wrestling Presents Shifting Currents at the Holy Whale Beer Hall in Riverview, New Brunswick. And then on Saturday, I went to the NBWA Presents Fight at the Fair 2 at the Stanley Fair Grounds during the 175th annual Stanley Fair. And yeah, it's really awesome that the New Brunswick Professional Wrestling Association is having shows at small rural areas such as like Stanley, Nackawic, and Goketown, and a whole lot of other places all around central New Brunswick. Like, it's that good. And anyways, there's a lot of news with the the wrestling shows that were going on that week. So I'm gonna start off with the first show of the 3-day summer tour for the New Brunswick Professional Wrestling Association. Battle on the Bend 2 at the Nackawic Arena in Nackawic, New Brunswick. So, first match, Ace Dynasty, Spike SD, and Slick McGrick, the reigning and defending NBWA Tag Team Champions. They successfully defended the tag team titles against Crude Oil, the team of Scotley Crue, and Chevron, the Albertan Clipper Chevron. I'm really happy to see Spike with gold around his waist. It just makes me really proud. And I'm really happy for him, especially in the tag team division. I think him and Slick go really well together as a tag team. And possibly they could be like the future tag team in Maritime Wrestling. But they are going to be a part of the tag team of the year for the State of Maritime Wrestling podcast and year-end awards. So, yeah. The second match, the Ultimate Male Zane Valentine defeats Butter Love. Now, I have a lot of great things to say about Zane Valentine. He's one of my top favorite heels. Man, like, when he just comes out of the curtain, everybody just boos the crap out of him and gives him the heat. And he brings the heat to the CCW fans. And I really love the whole, like, name thing, too. Like, he has the piece no one can defeat. He's the rope running rocket in the squared circle, the Cadillac cardio, and the hammer with all the glamour. One more line I forget, but I really enjoy watching him at CCW or at like just anywhere. He's that kind of a great heel. But Brother Love, I mean, man, he's really over in CCW, and even in like IHW when they have their shows in Miramichi, it's pretty cool, and I really enjoyed watching Brother Love though too. Excuse me. Matt Strong defeats the Incredible Miracle Pat Perswayze by disqualification. And I've always enjoyed watching Matt Strong, even when he's doing the singles match, and when he was in the tag team division with his brother Nick Strong before he turned heel on him. He's still an amazing wrestler in the business. And Pat Perswayze, I mean, I really enjoy just watching him get the heat from the fans, like, especially when he's doing the jumping jacks and like the push-ups and doing all that like exercises, moves for his like wrestling moves. I find that's pretty cool though. And the pillar of the community, Kerry Killem, the reigning and defending NBWA River Valley champion, he successfully defends the River Valley title against Rugged Rick Owens. Now, I have a lot of great things about both Kerry Killem and Rugged Rick Owens. Kerry Killem, he is like one of my top favorite heels. Just in general. God, I would say with Zane Valentine, when he comes out, everyone would boo him. Especially when he has the River Valley title on his like vest. Man, he's one of the best heroes. He does really good promos. Same with Rugged Rick Owens. He does really good promos, and Rugged Rick Owens is over in CCW. He's my top favorite baby faces. Like when his theme music would play, which is Rough and Ready by Tracy Adkins, which is a banger freaking song. I always sing along to it because I know my country songs, so. And Patrick O'Neal defeats Port Cities Finest Kayden. I really started to like watching Patrick O'Neal. He's learning a lot and getting better and better in the ring. And I have a lot of great things to say about like Kayden too, especially like he's like one of my other favorite heels as well too. Like when he comes out, same thing with Kerry and Zane Valentine. It's like he comes out, people just boo him to death, and like they bring the heat, give him the heat, and man, like when he comes out with the attire that he has, like the pink fur jacket and like the his new gear that he has, like the pink and blue, I find that really fits him. The color pink really fits him very well, and His music is really good. Especially it's made by Mark by War, which is a one of the co-hosts for the unofficial Maritime Wrestling podcast. Shout out to Jason Casey for doing all those great things for the wrestlers, making them theme music and all that, and even making my theme too, which is awesome. And yeah, Nick Strong defeats Horsepower Hunter Sampson. I really in my opinion, I really enjoy watching Nick Strong as the heel that he is. People, fans bring the heat to him, and he gets the heat. And man, he's really good though too. Even with Horsepower Hunter Sampson, he is over in CCW as well. And man, he's one of the best talent from Miramichi. Now, Larry Horowitz, the reigning and defending NBWA Heavyweight Champion, he successfully defends the heavyweight title against the Big Bad Logan Green, baby. And Larry Horowitz, he's over in CCW as the NBWA Heavyweight Champion since when he defeated Kirk Aube or someone. I think it was Kirk Aube. At New Year's Clash 2. When he defeated Kirk Aube and when everyone was popping for him and everyone came up to their friggin' ring and danced with him and with Larry Horowitz, he reminds me of Wing Jugs in a way, because when Wing Jugs music would hit, he would come out and everybody would jump out of their seats and start dancing. That's the same exact thing with Larry Horowitz. His theme would hit, everybody would jump out of their seats and start dancing and chanting, Larry, Larry, Larry. He just gets the pop from the crowd, and it's a vibe. His theme is Superstition by Stevie Wonder, which is a freaking banger. Now, the main event for the Battle on the Bend 2 is the NBWA Battle on the Bend Battle Royale. And I believe it was a 15-man Battle Royale. And Butter Love won the Battle on the Bend Battle Royale. And that was in honor of Ryan and Faye MacFarlane for being pillars of the community for 50 plus years. So congratulations to Butter Love. He really deserves to get that cup. Especially, he's learning from the best. He's getting his reps in, getting better and better. And yeah. And East Coast Pro Wrestling had their exhibition explosion event at the Cape Breton exhibition. The matches were Ryan Schimmel defeats J.B. Sims. Bad Thad Howard defeats Shazenko. The Newfoundland Nightmare, Justin Newhook. And he is the reigning and defending East Coast Pro Wrestling Celtic Roots champion. He successfully defends the Culture Group's title against Joey White. Rudy Lockhart defeats Bobby Boyette, the East Coast Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Lincoln Steen successfully defends the belt against Jonathan Cross. And on Friday, there was two shows that were going on. North Pro Canadian Wrestling presents Shifting Currents at the Holy Whale Beer Hall in Riverview, New Brunswick. I was at that show, and it was a really good show overall. So, the VIP matches. Bobby Boyette defeats Joey White and Oni Bjornsson in a triple threat match. Now, man, it's been a while since I seen Bobby Boyette wrestle, since probably about like when I saw him last at like a couple CCW shows that he wrestled in. Remember, he wrestled against Jason Boa, and I think he had a major return to CCW to face Nick Strong and the Larry Horowitz for the NBWA Heavyweight title. But I've always enjoyed watching Bobby Boyette, even on like YouTube on like Kaizen Pro Wrestling. And well, Joey White, what can I say about him? He's one of my favorite heels. He really reminds me of like Shawn Michaels in a way when he was in a part of D-Generation X, because he would use the suck it gesture, get the heat from the fans, and yeah, he's also the part of the Newfoundland World Order. Now, Oni Bjornsson, he's another big guy, but his big matches were like he teamed up with the Human Man to take on AWOL at the first North Pro show at the Holy Whale, and it was like that was like the most entertaining match. Like, dude, like for a big guy like himself, like, gosh, I just worry if he's gonna break another like break the ring, like a piece of wood or something on the planks there. But yeah, not trying to be rude or anything, but I'm not trying to be like judgy or whatsoever. But anyways, Dick Durning, the ace in the Maritimes. Dick Durning, he defeats Ryan Schimmel. So it was actually my first time seeing Ryan Schimmel wrestle for the first time. I've heard a lot of great things about Ryan Schimmel's in-ring skills and the character overall. He was really impressive. Like, he really impressed me a lot. Although I've seen him on like YouTube with like Kaizen Pro Wrestling and Island Pro Wrestling on Twitch when he had the Fatal 4-Way match against Kayden, Dominic Warrior, and Spidesty. So, yeah. But, yeah, he's now became one of my favorites now. And there's the VIP matches. Now, for the main card matches, Dawson James defeats Chip Chambers. This match was good though. Chip Chambers, he's one of the best guys in the business since he made his debut in North Pro when he faced Moondog Dylan Davis for the North Pro Heavyweight title, and since then he was in a couple VIP matches at two of the North Pro shows. He was in a Fatal 4-Way match with Ethan Knight, Dawson James, and Mr. Electrifying Johnny DeLuca for the Pro Wrestling Ontario Openweight Championship, the title. And, you got one of the best heels, who is Dawson James, who is also a part of the Newfoundland World Order. He's one of my favorite heels, and God, he always gets the heat from the crowd, though, too. I love it. I really enjoy watching. Now, the next match, it was scheduled to be a triple threat match, but, so it was supposed to be the kid Rudy Lockhart versus Kobe Christ, the Messiah of Maritime Wrestling, versus the debuting Draice Durning. But since Kobe couldn't make it, they had to do a backup plan and make it a singles match, like the kid Rudy Lockhart against the blood feather Draice Durning. And holy crap, let me tell you, this match was my absolute favorite, especially with you got the kid Rudy Lockhart, who's like the biggest guy in the Maritime Wrestling, especially when he comes out to Rudy Can't Fail by The Clash. I find that really fits him because, yeah, it's in his name, and he can't fail, but he is one heck of a great, amazing wrestler. And Draice had some really good spots, though, too, in this match. Jeez, what really shook us the most was when Draice was going up for a little high-flying move. People thought he tripped on the, he slipped off the rope there, and holy, I thought he was going to fall down and, get easily injured, which, that was freaking brutal, but, but it was a barn burner match, and, yeah, and the next match, the Heartbreaker, Ronnie fucking Payne, defeats the debuting Sierra Stone, making her North Pro debut. This match was a really good match, especially got two of the best wrestlers in the women's division. You got Ronnie Payne, and then you got, Sarah Stone, who's getting in those reps, getting in the work, and getting better and better, and learning from the best. Especially, learning from Ronnie Payne, and Chantal, and Salem, and Madison Miles, and all those female wrestlers. Learning from the best. And, yeah, it would be very awesome. So this was also one of my favorite matches. And then intermission had started. So I got to meet Bobby Boyette, Dick Durning, Draice, Ronnie Payne, Sierra Stone. I got to see the homies, Justin Newhook, and Matt Connors, and got to see Rudy again. It's always awesome to see the homies, because North Pro is like home to me. And it's always been since I started following the promotion and started going to the shows when they were at the Titan board before the promotion got bought by Newhook and Connors. And I'm just big kudos to Justin Newhook and Matt Connors for putting on amazing shows and booking all the great talent here in the Maritime Wrestling scene. It's just really awesome. But when intermissions ended, the Hollywood Heathens defeated Pete LeBlanc, who was a babyface because it was Acadian Day, and the Ghost Ricky Mortis, with Ryan McGrath on ringside, since Ryan McGrath was wearing a sling because he had a injury to his shoulder, separated shoulder, so he's not able to compete in the ring until like September, October. So yeah. And well, like, injuries do occur a lot in wrestling, and I mean, he wouldn't be the only one. Before the pandemic started, when the world before it shut down, I actually broke my left foot, a stress fracture, and I had to wear a boot there. So, geez, it was brutal, but hey, like I said, injuries can happen anywhere, even in wrestling or just in general. But the main event of that show, Giant Orion, the reigning and defending Undisputed North Pro champion, he successfully defends the Undisputed North Pro champ title against the Choke Artist Jason Boa in the first ever Bloodsport Rules Match in North Pro. So this match was crazy, especially like you got one of the best freaking heels, Giant Orion, who's one of the best guys in the Maritimes, and you got Jason Boa, who's like another one of the best guys, well, from around Freddie. And it was a great freaking match, but geez, there was one spot on ringside where Giant Orion was being choked out by Jason Boa, and Corey was right, and we were in front row, so we were sitting. So Giant Orion's friggin' butt was in Corey, the big boss man, Corey Robertson's face. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Corey Robertson on the unofficial Maritime Wrestling podcast and the unofficial Boys of Your Senior Hockey League podcast. Love you, man. Love you, man. Like, I'd say this is like one of the biggest shows that since at one of the other shows, Uncharted Waters, they couldn't. There were empty seats since there was like the IHW show going on, so it was brutal, and yeah, it was this show was a great show, though, too. So now on on that same night, the New Brunswick Professional Wrestling Association had their Malfunction In The Junction 2 at the Tri-County Complex in Fredericton Junction, New Brunswick. Ace Dynasty successfully defends the NBWA Tag Team titles against the team of the Incredible Miracle Pat Perswayze and Northern Star Kirk Aube. The Ultimate Male Zane Valentine defeats Matt Strong. Better Love defeats Scotley Crue. The Albertan Clipper Chevron defeats Horsepower Hunter Sampson, and LNR Express, the team of Larry Horowitz and Rugged Rick Owens. They defeat Money Talks, the team of the Big Bad Logan Green and the pillar of the community, Kerry Killem. Now, the main event was the NBWA Tri-County Rumble Cup Battle Royale. And since it was Acadian Day, the Northern Star Kirk Aube wins the Tri-County Rumble Cup. So I would think that he would get the heat from the crowd. But even though since it was Acadian Day, I mean, you never know. He could be like a heel, it could be like a baby face, but you never know though. And speaking of NBWA, they had the Fight at the Fair 2 event at the Stanley Fair Grounds during the 175th Stanley Fair in Stanley, New Brunswick. So Larry Horowitz defeats Kerry Killem by DQ. That was the starting match. So what actually happened was Kerry grabbed a chair from the crowd and he hit Larry with it, and he got himself disqualified. So that's how it all happened. Scotley Crue defeats Matt Strong. Patrick O'Neal defeats Nick Strong and Better Love in a triple threat match. This match, I think, would be my favorite because Patrick O'Neal is one of the newcomers and is really getting the push. Ace Dynasty successfully defends the NBWA Tag Team titles against the team of the Ultimate Male Zane Valentine and Pat Perswayze. And so during intermission, I got to meet Spaghetti and Slick, Matt Strong, Salem Wilder, and it was all great. It was all a great show though. So when the rest of the show started after intermission ended, the Big Bad Logan Green defeats Horsepower Hunter Sampson. You got like the Big Bad Logan Green. He's one of my absolute favorites. And I apologize for repeating this, but I'm just saying, the Big Bad OG is the man. And he is one of the best. And the main event for that show was for the NBWA York County Rumble Cup. It was the 50-man Battle Royale, and so Matt Strong wins the York County Rumble Cup. So big congratulations to both Kirk Aube for the Tri-County Cup, Rumble Cup, and big congratulations to Matt Strong for winning the York County Rumble Cup. And the East Coast Pro Wrestling presents Ale House Anarchy at Daniel's Ale House and Eatery in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Andre Maya defeats Joey White. Rick the Ghost, Rick and Mortis defeats FKA. Chizenko defeats Dawson James. Bad Thad Howard defeats Jonathan Cross. Lincoln Steen retains the East Coast Pro Wrestling title against the Kid Rudy Lockhart. Sabotage apparently were making their tag team debut in East Coast Pro Wrestling against the team of Ethan Knight and Chip Chambers in a Sydney Street Fight tag team match. And that was all the events that were going on last week. So the upcoming shows, Looked Prestige Wrestling presents Brawl at Omaha 7, the 4th anniversary show in Atholville, New Brunswick. IHW will be making a special appearance at the LC Con at the Chief Young Recreation Center in LC New Brunswick. Capital City Wrestling Clash 36. The Great Canadian Clash will also feature a special guest general manager. Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys will be a special guest manager for CCW. Real Action Wrestling will be having their Raw games at the Barrington Municipal Area. Superstars of Wrestling announced their Trial by Blood show. And the matches announced for the show were the Blood Feather. Draice Durning will take on the Kid Rudy Lockhart. The Vandal Chantal will be taking on Sierra Stone. The Giant Orion will be taking on the Ace of the Maritimes, Dick Durning, featuring Superstars of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion and AIWF Canadian Heavyweight Champion Wesley Pipes with the Hollywood Heathens, Hollywood Cole, and Ethan Knight. North Pro Canadian Wrestling presents Harbor Echo. So North Pro will be making their return to Container Village, Area 506, St. John, New Brunswick. And North Pro will be going to the Nova Scotia Stampede. And the New Brunswick Professional Wrestling Association will be having their very first show at in Chipman, New Brunswick. And North Pro Canadian Wrestling just announced their Hidden Depths event, where they will be returning to the Tide and Boar Ballroom in Moncton, New Brunswick. IHW September to Surrender will be having their 3 shows, one in Amherst, Nova Scotia, one in Riverview, New Brunswick at the Cloverdale Rec Center, and Miramichi, New Brunswick. And so the matches were the hard way. Chris Charters, the IHW Heavyweight Champion, will be taking on TNA Wrestling Star Cody Deaner. And at the Riverview September to Surrender event, the Hateful Dead, the team of The Ghost, Ricky Mortis, and the Mauler, James Manning, will be taking on Perfect Storm, the team of Julian Young and Ryan Storm, in a tag team match. And the Heartbreaker, Ronnie Payne, will be taking on the sensational Madison Miles for the IHW Women's title. And the main event for the Riverview, the September to Surrender event in Riverview, it is a fatal 4-way match for the IHW Heavyweight Championship. The Maritime King, JP Sims, will be taking on Chip Chambers. And the Messiah of Maritime Wrestling, Kobe Christ, and the reigning and defending IHW Heavyweight Champion, the Hard Way, Chris Charters. And all the shows will be featuring the TNA wrestling star himself, Cody Deaner, in all 3 of the events. So, I hope all you enjoyed this episode. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned on the podcast here. And make sure to hit that like button, turn on your notification bell, and smash that subscribe button for more wrestling content.